Have you ever had that feeling when suddenly everything seems to fall into place as if the universe had been quietly waiting for you to catch up? It's a kind of quiet excitement, a subtle sense that things are shifting in a way that feels just right. It's as though a higher force, a universal flow, is guiding you to your best timeline. You can feel it, but you may not fully understand what's happening. Let me share a story to help you see this transformation clearly. Not too long ago, I was standing at a crossroads in my life. I had spent years feeling lost, chasing after dreams that didn't quite fit, and living with a sense of restlessness that I couldn't quite shake. I had made choices based on fear, obligation, and societal expectations. But then something started to change. Slowly at first, and then all at once, the pieces of my life began to align in ways I couldn't have imagined. It wasn't luck. It was something far more powerful. My best timeline had begun to take shape. This feeling, this knowing, is what we call the best timeline. It's not about perfection or an absence of challenges. It's about being in the flow with life, moving through your obstacles with ease, finding joy in the everyday moments, and feeling aligned with your highest purpose. The best timeline is the one that aligns with your soul's deepest desires and guides you toward growth, fulfillment, and peace. But how do you know if you've shifted into this new timeline? What signs should you look for? How can you tell that you are truly on the path that leads to your highest potential? This video will guide you through the 7 powerful signs that you've already shifted into your best timeline, or that you're on the verge of making that shift. Trust me, these signs aren't just coincidences. They are the universe's way of telling you that you are exactly where you need to be. The language of the universe, recognizing the signs. Have you ever noticed the repeating numbers? Maybe you see 1111 on the clock at the exact moment you're thinking of something important, or 333 when you're in the middle of a life-changing decision. These aren't just random occurrences. They are the universe speaking to you. I remember the first time I saw 111 on a license plate. I had been questioning the direction my life was going in. I wasn't sure what path to take, but there it was, clear as day, 111. In that moment, I felt a surge of clarity, like the universe was giving me the green light to move forward with my dreams. These repeating numbers, often called angel numbers, are not mere coincidences. They are signs from the universe, messages of alignment and affirmation. Numbers like 111, 222, or 333 are a form of divine communication. They signify that your thoughts, your energy, and your actions are in sync with your highest good, and that you're exactly where you're meant to be. These numbers often appear at critical junctures in your life, when you are about to make an important decision, when you're moving through a major shift, or when you need a reminder that you are supported. Take 111, for instance. This number is associated with manifestation. Seeing it repeatedly is a reminder to focus your thoughts on what you truly desire, because your thoughts are becoming your reality. The universe is urging you to believe in yourself and trust that the world is conspiring to help you bring your dreams to fruition. I'll never forget the moment I saw 111 for the first time after I had made the decision to follow my passion for writing. That number was a powerful affirmation that I was on the right path. Then there's 222, which symbolizes balance and harmony. If you start seeing 222 at pivotal moments, it's a sign that things in your life are aligning, that you are on the right path, and that you're in perfect timing with the universe. I can remember seeing 222 during a particularly challenging phase of my life when I was unsure if I was making the right choices. The appearance of 222 reminded me that balance was coming, that I was headed toward the life I had always dreamed of, even if it wasn't obvious in the moment. And of course, there's 333, which symbolizes growth and expansion. Seeing this number suggests that you are moving toward a major breakthrough, that the universe is guiding you toward your full potential. When I saw 333, I knew it was a sign that something big was on the horizon. It was as if the universe was giving me the green light to expand beyond what I had ever imagined for myself. These numbers are more than just patterns. They are divine reminders that you are exactly where you need to be. They are the universe's way of letting you know that your best timeline is unfolding before you, even if you don't fully understand how. Pay attention to the signs, trust in the process, and allow the universe to guide you. The surge of energy, awakening to your vitality. Have you ever woken up one morning and felt an overwhelming surge of energy, as though something inside of you had been activated? It's not the usual grogginess or the fatigue that typically greets us at the start of the day. This energy feels different, vibrant, limitless, and deeply rooted in a sense of purpose. It's the energy of being in alignment with your best timeline. I remember a time when I woke up one morning and felt different. I didn't have to drag myself out of bed. I was ready to take on the day, excited about what was ahead. It wasn't just physical energy, it was emotional and spiritual vitality too. My body felt strong, my mind was clear, and my heart felt open. Everything seemed to click. I knew then that something had shifted. I was living in a timeline where my energy and my actions were aligned with my higher self. When you shift into your best timeline, this surge in energy is one of the first things you'll notice. It's not just a burst of energy after a good night's sleep, but a sustained level of vitality that flows through you. You wake up feeling energized and ready to face the day with enthusiasm. The tasks that once felt burdensome suddenly seem easier, lighter, and even enjoyable. You're operating from a place of deep inner harmony where everything feels in sync and life seems to flow effortlessly. This surge in energy is a sign that you are living in alignment with your highest potential. It's a clear indication that you are on your best timeline. When I experienced this energy surge, I realized that I wasn't just moving through life in a reactive way anymore. I was living intentionally, with purpose and clarity. Every action I took felt aligned with my goals, and I was able to tackle challenges with ease and positivity. The shift in energy is also a sign that your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies are in sync. It's as though every cell in your body has received a memo from the universe, telling you that you are on the right path. This harmony between your mind, body, and spirit is a powerful indicator that you are living in your best timeline. The vitality you feel is a reflection of your inner balance, and it empowers you to move forward with strength and clarity. So, if you're waking up feeling more energized, if you're finding that your work, relationships, and personal pursuits are flowing with ease, then take a moment to appreciate it. This surge in energy is not just a random occurrence. It's a powerful sign that you are exactly where you need to be and that your best timeline is unfolding before you. As you continue on this journey, remember that your energy is a reflection of your alignment with your highest potential. Trust in the process, honor this energy, and know that you are being supported every step of the way. You are on the path to living a life filled with purpose, vitality, and fulfillment. The calm after the storm, resolution of persistent problems. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a cycle, battling the same problems over and over again? Perhaps it's a financial issue that just won't seem to resolve, or a personal struggle that you feel like you've been carrying for years. It's exhausting, isn't it? And no matter how hard you try to move forward, you can't seem to break free from these persistent challenges. I've been there too, caught in the undertow of my own struggles. But then, something extraordinary happened. Slowly at first, and then all at once, the weight of these problems began to lift, and a sense of peace settled into my life. It felt as though the universe had conspired to finally clear the path, allowing me to move forward with ease. This shift, the sudden resolution of problems that have seemed insurmountable for so long, is one of the most profound signs that you've stepped into your best timeline. It's not about forcing solutions or desperately seeking fixes. It's about aligning with your highest good in such a way that the challenges you've been facing no longer hold power over you. When I look back, I can pinpoint the exact moment when things began to change. I had been struggling with a significant financial issue for months, always just a step away from a breakthrough, but never quite reaching it. Then, out of nowhere, an opportunity presented itself, an unexpected job offer that perfectly aligned with my skills and passions. It was as if the universe had timed it perfectly. That job offer didn't just solve my financial issues, it unlocked a whole new chapter in my life. It was the calm after the storm, a moment where all the energy I had spent fighting and struggling suddenly made sense. This is how it works when you align with your best timeline. The universe doesn't always work on your schedule, but when it does so in a way that feels effortless. Problems that once seemed impossible to solve now resolve themselves, sometimes in the most unexpected of ways. You may find that the debt you've been struggling to pay off suddenly disappears, or that a strained relationship begins to heal on its own, without you needing to force it. It's a liberating feeling, knowing that the universe is moving on your behalf, bringing solutions when you least expect them. And here's the thing, these resolutions are not just coincidences. They are affirmations that you're on the right path, that you've stepped into a timeline where things are meant to flow more easily. The weight of your past problems begins to dissipate, and you can breathe again. You may still face challenges, but the difference is that you now have the tools and the energy to face them head-on, knowing that you are supported by a greater force. If you're in the middle of a storm right now, take heart. The calm is coming. When you shift into your best timeline, the universe will show you how it can all fall into place. Trust the process, and know that the resolution of your challenges is on the horizon. The joy within, a lasting transformation in happiness. Happiness, it's something we all seek, but how often do we find ourselves chasing it, only to discover that it's elusive, just beyond our grasp? I spent years thinking that happiness was something I had to earn, something I had to work for and chase down. I believed that if I just achieved enough, or had the right relationship, or attained a certain level of success, then, and only then, would I be happy. But despite all my efforts, I found that happiness was always a fleeting visitor, never staying long enough to make a lasting impact. Then, something shifted. Slowly, over time, I began to realize that happiness wasn't something I had to chase. It was something that came from within. It was always there, waiting for me to embrace it. The moment you step into your best timeline, you experience a profound transformation in happiness. It's not the fleeting joy that comes from material gains or external achievements. This is a deep, enduring joy that radiates from within, a happiness that doesn't depend on circumstances, but rather on your connection with your true self. It's a joy that fills every corner of your being, even when life isn't perfect. I began to notice this shift in my own life when I started waking up each morning with a sense of peace and contentment that wasn't tied to any external outcome. I had learned to find joy in the simple moments, the feel of the sun on my face, the laughter of friends, the quiet stillness of my thoughts. I wasn't waiting for happiness to come from something out there. I realized that happiness was already within me, waiting for me to claim it. This shift in happiness is one of the clearest signs that you've moved into your best timeline. You stop measuring your happiness based on external achievements and start experiencing it as an intrinsic part of who you are. You begin to see the beauty in everyday moments, even the mundane. I remember sitting in a cafe one afternoon, sipping my coffee, and realizing that I felt truly happy for the first time in a long while. It wasn't because something extraordinary had happened. It was because I had finally embraced the present moment and found peace within myself. I wasn't waiting for something better to come along. I was enjoying life as it was, with all its ups and downs. When you're aligned with your best timeline, happiness isn't just a temporary feeling. It's a way of being. It's a deep sense of contentment that doesn't fade with the passage of time. This transformation in happiness also affects the way you view life's challenges. They no longer seem as insurmountable because you have an inner reservoir of joy that sustains you. You begin to approach challenges with a positive outlook, knowing that even in the toughest times, happiness is always within your reach. This lasting transformation in happiness is a testament to the power of alignment. When you are living in your best timeline, happiness becomes a natural byproduct of being in tune with your true self. If you find yourself in a place where happiness feels distant, I encourage you to shift your focus. Look within rather than outside for the joy that is always available to you. Embrace the present moment and trust that happiness will follow. When you align with your best timeline, you'll discover that joy is not something you have to chase. It's something you can simply choose to embrace. Shifting perspectives, seeing life through new eyes. Have you ever looked back at a difficult period in your life and realized with time that it wasn't as bad as you once thought? What once felt like an insurmountable obstacle now feels like a lesson, a stepping stone that led you to where you are today. I've experienced this firsthand, and it's one of the most powerful signs that you've shifted into your best timeline. When you're in alignment with your highest path, your perspective on past experiences transforms. What once seemed like failures now appear as valuable lessons, and what you once saw as regrets are now sources of strength. There was a time when I viewed my past mistakes with bitterness and shame. I regretted the choices I made and wished I could go back and do things differently. But as I aligned more deeply with my best timeline, I started to see those experiences differently. I realized that those mistakes had shaped me into the person I am today. Without them, I wouldn't have the wisdom I carry now. I could see how everything had unfolded perfectly, even though it didn't seem that way at the time. The shift in perspective was subtle but profound. I began to view my past with a sense of gratitude rather than regret. When you shift into your best timeline, your perspective changes. You begin to see life through new eyes, eyes that recognize the interconnectedness of all things. You understand that everything happens for a reason, and that even the most difficult experiences hold valuable lessons. This shift allows you to move forward with a sense of peace, free from the burdens of past mistakes or regrets. I no longer see my struggles as failures. I see them as part of the beautiful tapestry of my life, all leading me to where I am now. This new perspective empowers you to look at every situation, every challenge, with fresh eyes. You no longer see obstacles as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. The struggles you once feared now become invitations to learn, evolve, and become stronger. Shifting your perspective doesn't mean denying the difficulties you've faced. It means seeing them for what they truly are, part of the process of becoming the person you were always meant to be. It means understanding that life is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them as opportunities for personal growth. When you align with your best timeline, you are able to look at your life with a sense of gratitude and acceptance, knowing that everything has contributed to your growth. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful tools you have for navigating life. It allows you to move through challenges with grace, knowing that every experience, good or bad, is a vital part of your journey. If you're struggling to shift your perspective, take a moment to reflect on your life and the lessons you've learned. See how every twist and turn has led you to this moment. Embrace the wisdom that comes with experience and trust that the universe has been guiding you all along. When you start seeing life through new eyes, you'll begin to appreciate the beauty in every moment, every challenge, and every step you've taken on your journey. Manifesting miracles, the ease of creation. Have you ever experienced a moment when what you wanted most seemed to manifest out of nowhere? It wasn't the result of endless effort or a long string of perfect circumstances. It was as if the universe suddenly aligned and your deepest desires flowed effortlessly into your life. I'll never forget the day I made a quiet wish, something small, almost insignificant at the time, but it was something I truly wanted. Within days, that wish was fulfilled in a way I couldn't have imagined. I didn't ask for help or actively chase after it, but it appeared almost magically. That's the moment I realized how easy it is to manifest when you're aligned with your best timeline. It's not about forcing things to happen or working tirelessly to create change. It's about being in flow with the universe, trusting that what you desire will come to you naturally without struggle. In our modern world, we're often told that success and fulfillment come from hustle and grinding. But the truth is, when you're living in your best timeline, things don't require constant effort. The universe begins to conspire in your favor, and things start falling into place with ease. This is what true manifestation looks like. It's not the constant striving or the exhaustion from working hard to make something happen. It's the effortless flow of creation, where opportunities, people, and circumstances begin to show up at just the right moment, often without you even asking for them. I've seen this in my own life countless times. When I stopped trying so hard and allowed myself to be guided, the things I had once dreamed of began to appear. It wasn't that I stopped working toward my goals, but when I shifted my energy and focused on alignment, the path opened up for me without force. Take, for example, a time when I was looking for a new creative project. I wasn't actively seeking it. I wasn't in a rush. Yet one day, I received a call from someone I hadn't spoken to in years, offering me a collaboration that was perfectly aligned with what I had been imagining. I didn't have to chase it. It was as though the universe delivered it to me at the perfect time when my energy was aligned with the project. This, my friend, is what manifestation feels like when you are in tune with your best timeline. It's effortless, seamless, and feels like a natural extension of the energy you are putting out into the world. The universe doesn't need to be pushed. It simply responds when you are aligned with your true self and the path that is meant for you. Now, you might be wondering how to tap into this flow, how to bring this effortless manifestation into your own life. The first step is to trust. Trust that you are worthy of receiving your desires, and trust that the universe has your back. Release the fear and the desperation that often accompany the process of manifestation. When you're aligned with your best timeline, the universe begins to show you that everything you need is already on its way. It's all about letting go of control and allowing things to unfold in divine timing. As you begin to embrace the ease of creation, you'll notice how effortlessly things come into your life. People, opportunities, ideas, they all begin to appear at exactly the right time. You're no longer forcing things to happen, you're allowing them to happen. And that is the magic of manifestation when you are in your best timeline. The call of nature, synchronicity with the earth's rhythms. Have you ever felt an unspoken connection with nature, like you were in tune with the very rhythms of the earth? There's something about being surrounded by the natural world that has the power to recalibrate our energy, to ground us and remind us of the deeper interconnectedness of all life. For a long time, I didn't recognize this connection. I lived in a busy, fast-paced world, disconnected from the natural world around me. But as I shifted into my best timeline, I began to notice the subtle pull of nature calling me back. It wasn't just a longing to spend more time outdoors. It was a deep, internal recognition that I was part of something much larger than myself, a web of life, of energy, of cycles that have existed long before us. The more I tuned into this connection, the more I felt the earth's rhythms guiding me, grounding me, and giving me the clarity I needed to move forward in my life. As you shift into your best timeline, one of the most profound signs is the increasing synchronicity you'll feel with nature. It's not just about enjoying the beauty of a sunset or taking a walk in the park. It's about becoming deeply attuned to the natural cycles and rhythms that govern the world around us. You might find that the phases of the moon begin to have a greater effect on your emotions and energy, guiding you to reflect, release, or set intentions in harmony with its cycle. You might start noticing how your own energy levels ebb and flow with the changing seasons, how the rhythms of nature mirror your own internal shifts. This connection with nature is not coincidental. It is the universe showing you how deeply intertwined we all are with the earth. I've experienced this connection in the most profound way. I've started to feel the pulse of the earth in a way I never did before. The quiet rhythm of the ocean waves, the rustling of the leaves in the trees, the changing of the seasons. These are all reminders that we are part of a greater whole and that everything is in constant motion. As I began to embrace this connection, I felt more grounded, more centered, and more in tune with my own life path. Nature is a mirror, reflecting the cycles of growth, transformation, and rest. Just as the earth goes through its own cycles of blooming and resting, so too does our own journey unfold in seasons. When we align ourselves with these natural rhythms, we find that our lives flow more smoothly. We stop fighting against the natural order of things, and instead, we move with the flow of life. This increased synchronicity with nature is a clear sign that you are living in your best timeline. It shows that you are not only in alignment with your own personal growth, but also with the Earth's natural rhythms. It reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. As you embrace this connection, you may find yourself making more conscious decisions that honor the environment, or you may feel inspired to incorporate more sustainable practices into your daily life. The more you listen to the Earth's rhythms, the more you realize that it's guiding you toward a life that honors balance, harmony, and interconnection. It's a powerful reminder that the universe is always speaking to us through the changing of the seasons, the turning of the tides, and the rustling of the leaves. Conclusion: embracing the journey and staying open to the infinite possibilities. As we come to the end of this exploration of the 7 signs of your best timeline, I want to leave you with one final thought. This is just the beginning. When you shift into your best timeline, you begin a journey of infinite possibilities. There is no one destination, no final achievement that marks the end of your path. Instead, your journey is a continuous unfolding, a beautiful, ever-evolving experience of growth, transformation, and alignment with your true self. I've experienced this journey firsthand, and I can tell you that it's nothing short of magical. The more I embraced the signs, the more I allowed myself to flow with life, the more I opened myself to the infinite possibilities that awaited me. The universe is constantly conspiring to help you fulfill your highest potential, and the more you align with your best timeline, the more the universe opens up to you. There will be challenges, of course. There will be moments of doubt and uncertainty, but these are not signs that you're off track. They are part of the process. They are the stepping stones that help you grow, learn, and become more aligned with your highest self. So, I invite you to continue embracing the journey. Stay open to the infinite possibilities that the universe has in store for you. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything you've experienced, every challenge you've overcome, has led you to this moment. Your best timeline is not some far-off destination. It is the path you are walking right now. Every step you take, every decision you make, brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. So trust in the process, embrace the journey, and stay open to all the miracles, surprises, and blessings that are waiting for you. The universe has your back, and your best timeline is unfolding in perfect harmony with your highest good. The possibilities are endless, and the best is yet to come.